Well, new details tonight on elite law schools allowing some students to delay their exams because the students say they're feeling traumatized over legal decisions out of Ferguson and Staten Island. Decisions involving black men killed by white police officers, where grand juries determined the officers should face no charges. Joining me now, Pete Hegseth, CEO of Concerned Veterans for America, and Dr. Daniel Bober, child and adolescent psychiatrist. Good to see you both. Pete, I learned something about you tonight. I thought I knew most about you. I did not know that in addition to serving 3 combat tours of duty, you went to Princeton and Harvard? I
did. Don't hold it against me.
No, it's impressive. And yet, did you have to postpone your exams due to the obvious threats you must have been under in the ROTC program or whatever you were doing?
Lots of stress, lots of difficulty. But no, seriously, I was there. I was at Princeton during 9/11, and I didn't get bereavement because of those events, which were clearly traumatizing. But I know about this Ivy League bubble world, the world they live in, where there's a lot of navel-gazing and feelings hurt with adult children who don't know what the real world is like and want to be coddled in their beliefs. Tell that to the soldier in Iraq and Afghanistan who didn't get a day off, who watched their buddy get blown up, who saw their kids get born while they were overseas, or their buddy killed. They didn't get to sit back and wonder. They did their job no matter what. So to delay an exam because of feelings is your typical sort of fawning over the liberal elite, the way these academic institutions definitely love to do so.
Dr. Bober, how is this anything other than absurd?
Megyn, I got to say, I totally disagree with you. There's precedent for this. In 1970, the faculty at Harvard voted to delay exams, ironically, because of anti-war protesters. So I think these events
justify Harvard's boneheaded decision by pointing to previous Harvard decisions.
Listen, these events affect people differently. The minority community, their faith has been shattered, they're disillusioned, and they are essentially traumatized. It's what we call in the psychological literature learned helplessness. And so if they want a little bit of extra time for their exams, I think they should get it. And I think it's intellectually dishonest to say that they should be compared to another group of people that have been traumatized.
All right, so do you think,
I'm going
to give you the floor in a second, Pete, but Dr. Bober, do you think then that these traumatized young law students, that they should be given continuances when they're actually practicing law and something disturbing happens? Because, you know, having practiced law for almost a decade, I can tell you bad stuff happens a lot, and it can be very traumatic, and it can happen to you while you're in a courtroom. And you know what the judge will tell you if you say, I can't go on? He'll say, give me your law license.
Megyn, these events have historic proportions, okay? And we have to try to be
Go ahead.
We have to try to be sensitive.
You know what? That sensitivity is what's making these folks have this learned victimization.
So, what better way to celebrate the foundations of the Constitution and the Bill of Rights by allowing people to engage in civic activism by using the First Amendment?
They should do that on their own time.
Peacefully.
Do your thing. You know what? I'm learning helplessness right now, being helpless and listening to this babble that because I was part of a protest or saw a protest, I can't take a test. I understand things are difficult. We've all seen difficult things. But what a pathetic excuse that we're saying, I'm so traumatized, I'm co-coddled, I'm such an adult child at a coddled Ivy League university that I can't take a multiple choice test or write an essay because I've been offended by something I'm watching on TV. I understand these are difficult things. I get it.
Can I tell you, Doctor, last night on Facebook, let me tell you, Dr. Bober, last night on my Facebook page, I was getting messages from all sorts of our viewers, including mothers who say, you know what if I took a day off when I had a trauma? People who have had deaths in the family, direct deaths in the family, who continue to work and do their jobs, because you know what, in America, we have grit, and we have responsibilities that need to get fulfilled, even if something upsetting happens to us, Doctor.
Everyone is
what if we took a day off every time we got hit by an IED? Every time we got hit by an IED or a patrol was ambushed and we lost a guy, what if our guys in Iraq and Afghanistan said, I'm going to take a day off. I'm going to take a week off. I'm good. I won't do my mission anymore. Those are the real folks carrying the load.
I don't know that you can. I don't know that you can make a complete comparison like that. But the point is this. The point is is that different things affect people differently, and sometimes people need more than others. I thank you for your service. I think it's great, but you can't exactly say that these minority students are lazy and shirking their responsibilities when they see the position in society they have.
I didn't say that.
They're lazy.
The Ivy League is the best of the best, right? The cream of the crop. If you're the best of the best, you need to be trained to deal with adversity and then go out there and do what you need to do. And the fact that we're coddling them shows that these are institutions incapable of creating real citizens.
I think they should get a little asterisk on their diploma, and they should be required to tell anybody who wants to hire them, I just want you to know that in cases of trauma, I might not be able to go into court and represent you as you're paying me to do. I got to go. Dr. Bober, thanks for being here. You're a stand-up guy. Pete, good to see you.
Thanks, Megyn.
Taking your thoughts on it.